Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. So good Tuesday morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. Big week this week. We've got our CEE Retail Awards coming up on Thursday. So we have the conference in the morning and conference and forum in the morning, covering all retail aspects for the CEE region, and then in the evening the gala. So if you don't have you don't have tickets yet for the forum or the gala, now is the time to get them. Big turnout, a lot of retailers. Winston, you were saying 36 categories, is that right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of categories. So a lot. You don't want to miss one category, one announcement. I saw a lot of retailer ones. At least it seemed about 10 different retailer categories.
Nice mix of nominations there, and about 10 retailers covering most of the sectors, I think.
And I noticed we had tech retail. That was seemed to be a new category.
Big project this year.
And really a lot on that category.
Yeah, generated a lot of interest.
I mean, I remember we had it, for several years, but now it seems like everyone's in.
It's tech innovation.
Yeah,
is a big part of retail now, isn't it?
Right. So tech innovation for retail. These are companies that you definitely want to know what they're doing and who they're meeting. I could see there was 6 or 7 big players on there now.
Yeah, massive companies. We've got a few coming in from the UK and stuff. Coming out.
Yeah. Last night we had our whiskey tasting. We did whiskey, rum, and cognac for our whiskey and cognac lounge, sponsored by Master Management. So a lot of hard work last night, a lot of tasting.
Yeah,
and got through it somehow. Picked some very good whiskeys, some amazing, all new from last year. Almost everything was new. We picked all new brands, all new, super quality, and
no sore head this morning.
No, I feel fine actually. It was quite good and really excellent. So if you're a whiskey or a cognac or rum, rum was the other one. Gosh, great rums too. It's like
it's a lethal cocktail.
It seemed like it was very good. But definitely, if you're a whiskey guy, come to our event. You'll love it. Great whiskeys. Getting sponsored by Paul Kuzmish at Master Management. They're doing all kinds of great stuff. So I think we're going to have them on Coffee with Craig as well here pretty soon. So a lot going on there. So Wednesday night, so tomorrow night is our jury dinner. We got over 50 jury members. I think 25, 30 of them retailers. So it's always interesting to see how retailers judge a shopping center as opposed to investors and bankers. They seem to have different criteria for that. This kind of came by my desk. What looked a little bit interesting. It's the it's kind of the city is putting up or przetarg in Polish, the Hala Gwardy, which is putting it up for kind of remodel. So they sent me the list here of all the companies. There's 23 companies vying for this for taking over Hala Gwardy, which is in the center of Warsaw. Great place. It was a lot of history, I think they were doing the Olympics there, boxing Olympics in like 1966, something like that. So really a lot of history behind it. The city, great location. Like a lot of these places, it's just fallen apart over the years, but great location, right? Great, let's say, size and old style building. I just noticed, gosh, there's like 23 companies vying for this location. Some really just big ones. I mean, Unibood, Dome Development, which I was kind of surprised to see on here. Multibood. This might be like private to read off, but we're reading them off anyway because it came to my desk. Budimex. I also saw Sierra Balmain's put in a nomination. Nudes put in a let's say involved in this. Abscess, Maylam, so really all the big players. Capital Park also, which has just won a bunch of awards and probably will win this one at MIPIM for their Norblin, Fabrice Norblin. BBI, of course, we know they've done a lot of things. So anyway, big group. So I think this Hala Gwardy will be a great place in a couple of years.
And that's like a mixed-use development there.
Yeah. I think they're making, it's like a food hall. I think it's food, basically going to be a food hall with some, just based on looking at what it is now, I would say, and some opportunities. It's a big grapes box, so perfect for events as well. And, right now there's like this kind of you can buy all the fresh vegetables outside, and inside's a little bit more like bio or bo or whatever they call it. Seems a little more healthy. A lot of vegan cakes and stuff like that, and really cool little restaurants, little it's like like a food hall, and nice wine store there as well. So anyway, it's nice to see that it's coming along. Great kind of beer bar in the back. I remember they were sort of open during lockdown, and seemed like everyone was taking their beer to go, but still a lot of few of your countrymen hanging out there actually.
Really? That's a
Yeah.
surprise.
So I know what shock, yeah, over Christmas, like Christmas holidays. Anyway, so Thursday, the CE Retail Awards. Do not miss it. We are going to have a great time. It's here at the InterContinental Hotel in Warsaw. And then straight after that, we're media partners of PropTech Conference in London. And I think soon after that is right to MIPIM. And then we got our magazine coming out for MIPIM. We've got Europa Property and Serbia Monthly coming out for MIPIM. So if you're in CESE region, Serbia, we got a great spot for you. Also, cocktail party. We're doing a little cocktail party at MIPIM as well. Second day at 3:00 on our stand. I don't know the stand number, but I'm sure you'll find it.
MIPIM always needs another cocktail party.
You just don't get enough cocktails there. That's why, it's important to stay hydrated. After that, we have our SEE Awards in April, April 9th, again at the Radisson. Also, Romania, Bulgaria also booming. It seems like that business is, everyone's celebrating. Lots of projects, lots of new projects. And then a lot going on in May and further on. Anyway, we'll come back to that. We'll take a little break. We'll come right back with Winston Norman and the news. So welcome back, and we're here with Winston Norman, our editor-in-chief of EuropaProperty.com. Winston, welcome.
Good All right, Craig. Yeah, we've got some more interesting news from Warsaw.
Oh, good.
To follow up from what you were saying. And Singapore investor AT Capital Group has acquired a development plot on the junction of Grybowska and Żelazna Streets in Warsaw. And they were advised by Savills in this transaction. And according to Hugh Phillip, he's the director at Capital Group, he says that we are delighted to have completed our first investment in Poland. Poland is an attractive market for real estate investment with great growth potential. And according to reports, they're planning to build a mixed-use development there, which is going to be a tower block that's going to have, it's going to be commercial and residential complex.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, in a very popular part of Warsaw there. It's very busy and lots of new developments going up around there. And I think it just, like you were saying, just illustrates the attraction of mixed-use developments in Warsaw, and there's lots of potential areas for development.
Well, AT Capital, they should be one of our investor nominees then for the investment awards.
I'm sure we'll see them on our radar sooner or later.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And staying in Warsaw and going to another office tower building. It's the Skyline office building developed by Karamol Polska. And during 2022, they leased around 22,000 square meters of space in that tower. And now the occupancy of the building has reached 80%. So it's proven to be a very popular destination for companies. And one of the largest space holders is Mindspace, which is a global operator of flex spaces. And there's many IT and technology companies going in there as well. And they're big tenants these days. It's MicroStrategy, DX Technology, Luxoft, and Capital.com. And they've also got a Coca-Cola Polska in there.
Oh, okay, that's a company I know.
Yeah,
any of the analog companies I know.
And also the toy manufacturer Mattel's in there as well. So they've got some big, well-known brands in there. And all those leases have been brokered by CBRE.
Wow. Okay. So well done. 80%. You said 80% lease.
Yeah, 80% lease. So you're not far to go. But yeah, it's just smack bang in the middle of Warsaw there, and on top of.
And they had a lot of competition in that little on that little 1-2 block area.
Right.
So
right. Yeah.
Had a lot of people to muscle around and get deals done. Well done.
It's a pretty healthy market, doesn't it?
Right. Don't mess with the Austrians. They'll get that building leased. You know?
And moving to the logistics sector and staying in Warsaw, and Peakside Capital selected Kazimierz, Poland to redevelop phase 1 of the City Point Targowiec Urban Logistics Park. This development will ultimately provide 100,000 square meters of warehouse space, and the first tenants are expected to move in by the end of the year. And according to Peakside, they say cooperation with such a partner will allow us to deliver modern and environmentally friendly logistics and industrial space to our tenants. And yeah, I mean, it's I've seen this development. I've been, it's quite near where I live.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And yeah, it's
you hang out there sometimes.
No, but it's a big old project,
big place,
a lot of work to do. It'd be interesting to see, how they upgrade it. But I'm sure Kazimierz will do a great job.
Well, send us some photos in the mornings.
I will. Yeah. And moving out of Warsaw and going to the regional office markets, and according to Office Occupier Office Market in the Regions by Newmark, the regional cities have now overtaken Warsaw in terms of total modern office stock available, which I guess was inevitable at some point. But,
Right.
There's according to Newmark, leasing activity has bounced back, and tenants are largely seeking offices featuring modern technologies that optimize lease expenses and bring long-term savings, obviously. And at the end of 2022, the combined office stock of Poland's 8 largest regional cities, which are Krakow, Wrocław, Tri-City, Katowice, Poznan, Łódź, Lublin, and Szczecin, was around 6.4 million square meters, and now that overtakes the capital by nearly 3%.
Yeah. I think they really need technology and green innovation in these buildings, because one of the comments that was made about one of the A-class office buildings, they said, look, last year we were paying 25 zlotys. So what is that? 5 euros? Yeah, 6 euros a square meter for expenses. Now it's 35 zlotys.
Right.
So 1 year, I don't know, that's 30%.
A bit of an increase, isn't it?
It is a bit of an increase. So, whatever they can do to get that down. And that's just the electric and heat, I think.
Right. Yeah. Everyone's feeling the pinch of rising costs for sure. And, there are ways to optimize expenses.
It's great. We're in a green building, fully ESG compliant. So
yeah,
that's why it doesn't cost us any more to be
doing
here.
A good job with the wallpaper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, tropical feels warm in here, doesn't it?
Feels like it's good.
Yeah,
healthy in this room.
Yeah.
And finally for today, staying in the logistics business, and Greenberg Traurig has advised Trigia, the Czech investor, on the acquisition of a second warehouse in Poland, which is in Wrocław, and they've acquired a logistics property from Panattoni, which comprises 2 fully leased warehouses with around 39,000 square meters of space.
Wow, so big project.
Big project, yeah.
So thank you all. I guess that's all we have for today, yeah?
Yeah.
So thank you all for watching the Coffee with Craig show. And like I said, join us on Thursday for the CEE Retail Awards. If you can't make it in the evening, come for the conference. Very interesting stuff. We got even just a call from one of our panelists from H&M that'll have some very interesting news.
Exciting developments, yeah?
Yeah. So a lot coming on. You don't want to miss it. If you're in the retail side, you don't want to miss this. So see you all on Thursday. We'll be back with the news as well tomorrow morning, because we don't like to miss the news. So always good to have it in. Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday we'll be filming straight Coffee with Craig live, straight from the forum. So enjoy the rest of the day. Stay safe, and we will see you on Wednesday. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.